For cheap and reliable MT, head over to aoa.com and use coupon code JACOB for 3% off. What is going down, everybody? It's Jacob. If you guys have been keeping up with my channel, you know through the rest of the year, the rest of the cycle for 2K21, we're just going to be doing like more videos about talking about the game, nothing too fancy, and now that the years came to an end, we're able to kind of look back on things and just talk about stuff, you know, longer videos, just kind of putting my thoughts out there. Kind of more similar to like my Twitch streams type stuff, but like obviously with no chat and it's not live. But either way, the topic of today's video is just gonna be like the no money spent or versus all money spent type stuff in my team this year and in previous years. So this was like the first year I had played the game where I was like quote unquote all money spent. So for all of like 2K15, 2K16, 17, like I played the game in my team and everything, but I was like a kid still, you know, like I really was. I mean, yeah, I was like, you know, I'm 24 now, do the math, whatever, but I was a kid. I didn't have money, man. I was in college. I didn't really play the game at any sort of competitive level. You know, I played more wagers growing up against my friends and anything like that than ever online. Like it'd be like two people in the same room and I'd wager them with play now teams type shit on the same screen. So this is like my second year really of playing like against other people online for money and things like that. But you know, when you're in that situation, you feel pretty tempted to get like the best cards. So like Bull, or at the time when, you know, these cards were out, like I got Hondo the first day he was available and things like that. So it's tempting to get them, especially if you're trying to play at a competitive level. But I really don't know if it's all that necessary. And I really can't say I feel like I'm at much of an advantage now at all with this team. Because if I were to just like take these heavy hitter like dudes like that aren't free out of my lineup, like let's just replace Kawhi with say who's like a cheap Kawhi alternative. I mean, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world just to say him, like the other free Kawhi, but for the sake of the video, let's just throw like Jimmy Butler in there instead of Bull. Let's use like who would be another good option at the 3, like Danny Ferry. Obviously Bill Russell's free, so he can stay. A good little budget center like Dino. Ben Simmons is cheap enough now where I think that like anybody who plays the game even a little bit can afford him. Like how much is Simmons? Simmons is pretty cheap now from what I know. I don't really look because mine has like 55 hot badges and I'm just not changing that. So yeah, I'm not even gonna take him out of the all or no money spent team, because like if you play the game even semi-regularly and he's the most expensive player on your team, it's like not that big of a deal. Yeah, so like we can go ahead and just take him out and put like this other Bull in here. And now you're looking at a team that costs like the roundabouts of like, this whole team together would cost like 300k. Like something like that. Like it probably costs like, if that, like let's say 200 for him, 50 for him, 100k for him, 20, 40, yeah. Like probably like 300 to 400k depending on like how savvy you were about going out of your way to find like the cheapest ones. And I would feel like I'm at no less of an advantage using this team than what I had before I did this. I really don't. If like I were to play myself hypothetically with this team versus my first team that I had set up there, I would expect like a 2-1 series. Like I don't think that like I would even prevail consistently on the other team or on the other account, I guess you could say, or whatever, you know. I don't think that I'd like prevail consistently. It'd probably be like a 55 win percentage or like a 60 win percentage if like I could clone myself and play myself with that other team. And that's just the truth of the matter. It really is. Like I know that like maybe like some YouTubers or you know, other like my team people might try and sell you on the fact like these cards, I don't think anyone's gonna try and sell you on the fact that you need these cards to win games, because everybody knows. Like just take someone like, I'll just say Hims because I've been watching his stream all day. Like Hims with like the most budget cards in the world, he can go 12-0 easily. When it becomes an issue for that is like if he's like wagering somebody, you know. He just probably doesn't want to have like a bummy account. But either way, that's now. But they did a really good job this year of like giving free cards throughout the year that were actually meta, and I think that's good. But it's also bad because of the way that they came out, because like time is money, right? So like you can go through and look, and like when they say free, it's like Terry Dishlinger. Yeah, he was meta, no question about it. But how free is it if you have to spend 300 hours to get him? Then it's not free at all, because time is money, man. Like, it really is. I know that's like a cliche saying, but it truthfully is. And then you got like your other quote-unquote free cards, like where's that Kawhi? Like, this Kawhi came out before like the XP grind was all available at once and became easy. Like, this was like easily probably a 40-hour grind, 50-hour grind for this Kawhi on the right. So it's not like they're just dropping free cards in people's hands like it's nothing. And I don't really know how I feel about it, man. I really don't. For as far as like throughout the game cycle, I definitely know how I feel about it right now. I could start a new account tomorrow and give me a week and I could have a team that can compete on Players Lounge or wherever, because I just go get Bill and Luka, like, as long as I have the time. And with just Bill and Luka, like, you're good to go, man. You really are. Like, this, when you really think about it, like, this lineup is really pretty just to sit there and watch Luka try and 3-hunt, and then if I can't get it, I'm just passing the ball to one of these two guys to try and go get me a spin dunk. And that's my offense. My offense is ass. Like, I'll be the first to say it. Maybe not. People will have to talk shit, but like, nah, like, you know, it's really not that deep. It's really not. It's nice to have these cards for sure, but it really isn't much of an advantage right now. And I mean, you know, back in these days, you probably did want to put some time or money into the game if you wanted to have a competitive team. But at this point in the game, it's definitely not like that. And like, the more I think about it, I don't really mind the fact that this Bull card exists. I know a lot of people are upset because they're like, we're just giving invincible cards to everybody or whatever. But people just need to realize that the last month or two of my team is always from now on going to be just a big meme or a big joke. And if you're trying to take the game seriously in July or August, like that's on you. Like that's you. Because they're not presenting something to us that's meant to be taken seriously. And I think that something like this that you see on your screen right now, like the writing's on the walls, right? If you look at this card and you're like, there's no way they think he's worthy of an invincible, like, no shit, they don't think he's worthy of an invincible card. They're doing it as a joke, and it's also just a way for them to make money. So just don't take it seriously, because it's not serious at all, or it's not meant to be. But back in the pre-250K days, like, it's not that bad. It's really not. It's really not. All of these guys that were in the meta, you know, they're pretty good players. Like, the starting five right here is like a all-star team in the league right now. You know? But what I will say, the one thing that I will say is when they're dropping stuff like this, like Bull, it's a shame that they don't drop more content, because not everybody is going to want to use Bull. And not everyone has to use Bull to be successful. But there's people out there like me, like, I gave up on building my all-time Pistons team. I can't even do it anymore because the season rewind players are so dumb expensive. I had to sell those. I just couldn't, you know, justify keeping my season rewind Pistons for the price they were going for. And dudes like Chauncey Billups, who's like a finals MVP, right? Not even that long ago, like in my lifetime. Got Chauncey Billups, he gets one card all year, and it's a pink diamond. He sucked for his time because his jump shot, for whatever reason, is awful in 2K. But that's a different topic for a whole different day. Is it? No, because you know what? I got the time, and these videos are just about going on tangents at this point. It's not that serious. What is up with Chauncey Billups' jump shot in this game? It'd be one thing if it was set to like set shot 14 or something, and everyone's like, yo, why does Chauncey Billups have a set shot in this game? But this is legitimately called Chauncey Billups base. It's legitimately called Chauncey Billups base. And it's very clearly just a set shot. Like, did Chauncey Billups go into the 2K studio and get mocapped and just like didn't care to shoot the ball? Like, just threw it up there just to throw a ball at the hoop like as a joke? I'm confused because this is ridiculous. Like, if you watch Chauncey Billups play back in the day, this was not how he shot the ball whatsoever. He had a good bit of elevation on his shot. He was an all-star point guard who could score the ball pretty well. He had a great jump shot. For the time, anyways. They called him Mr. Big Shot, and he definitely wasn't taking his big shots flat-footed. So I just don't understand that. But if you got cards like Bull that's getting a Warp Reality card in April, then an Invincible card now, why not just put out dudes like Chauncey Billups? Give us a Dark Matter Chauncey Billups on a Tuesday. Just throw him out there. Like, it doesn't even like it doesn't have to be anything. Like, can we just get a set called like the Forgottens or something, like the Forgotten set, and they just come out any day of the week at any time with dudes like Kyle Lowry. Nobody is trying to use a Kyle Lowry card unless you're a Kyle Lowry fan. And this was a pretty good example because this would be like the closest thing to like what I'm saying, just a random free moments card of Kyle Lowry for the time. But there's just all sorts of dudes that are like that, current and back then. If Bull can get an Invincible card, what about somebody who really enjoyed Anderson Varejao? I know that sounds stupid, but he's the first guy that shows up on my screen. Or Matt Barnes, or what about like Joe Harris? You know? Mike Miller. Just these types of guys. Like, give these guys, since we're getting Invincible Bull, just like give us a landslide of just a bunch of bullshit content. Because if you're gonna give us bullshit content like Bull Invincible, just give us a ton of it. So then it's not all focused on one guy. I guess that kind of would make sense. And then people would be less tempted to still buy packs this late in the year if they could just get anything. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe there should be like some sort of prerequisite for it. Anybody who's been a part of like a championship team or made all-star games, I feel like should definitely have a Dark Matter at this stage, but a lot of them don't. Because they waste a lot of their content slots, for instance, on like dropping another Kevin Porter Jr. card. And I like Kevin Porter Jr.'s game on the court. But was it necessary to drop a clone of him with just his jump shot speed change? Because so we had this one, he was already going for like 70k. And you drop this one with the same exact badges and stats. And it's like, okay, so you guys wasted one of the 15 slots in this Splash Zone promo to put out a card that we already have essentially, when that could have gone to somebody like Chauncey Billups or Rip Hamilton, who are two all-stars on a championship team in this century, in the 2000s. Two all-stars, two champions this century, still relevant players for a lot of the game base. I know a lot of the people who play this game or might be involved in the YouTube and Twitch community are younger and didn't get to witness them, but a lot of the people who spend money on this game because they're grown adults remember those kind of guys. And I understand that's not even the purpose of dropping those types of players, because there's not going to be that many people dying for a Chauncey or Rip Hamilton card. But that's the example I'm using because I'm a Pistons fan. And if you're a fan of the Kings, you can probably come up with examples for players from your teams too. Or if you're an example for if you're a Timberwolves fan, maybe you want that Sam Cassell card to make your Timberwolves team, but there's no Sam Cassell card that's good. And I guess you got a diamond, but like, you get what I'm saying, right? If we're getting Invincible Bull cards, it's just like, give us anybody, in my opinion. Give us anything. There was one other thing I wanted to talk about too that I was looking at when I was looking through cards. What was it? Something sparked my mind about something. What was it? There was something I was just looking at and it just like made me think about something, but now I can't quite remember what it was. There was a card I saw and I was gonna say something about them, but I was already talking about something. What the hell was it? I'm disappointed now, because whatever was in my mind I felt like it was a pretty good thing to talk about, but now I definitely forget. Oh well, I guess. Am I just salty that Rip Hamilton and Chauncey Billups doesn't have a card? Because I'm looking through these now and I'm like, damn, everybody really does have a card. No, because Joe Dumars and Isaiah Thomas still don't have a card either that's like good or usable for the Dark Matters or Galaxy Opal era. They weren't good when they came out either, any of these guys I'm talking about, but I guess I think it's 50-50. I think I have somewhat of a point, but I think that since I'm a Pistons fan and I'm hyper focused on like those guys, I think they are getting a little bit hoed. But damn it, there was something I wanted to talk about and now I just totally forget what it was. Oh well, whatever. Maybe I'll think of it for next video. But anyways, I guess that's gonna be it, guys. Pretty much all I'm gonna be doing on my channel between now and 2K22 is just videos like this talking about the game, because I don't really have anything else to do, and I don't really think I want to have the time for much. Talked about in that future of Unbeatable Jacob video. I'm starting my new job on Monday, and I have no idea how intense it's going to be, especially starting off. So we'll see what the future brings. Don't really know, but I think I'd be pretty silly to like super focus on my team and content creation at this point in June, coming up on July, starting a new job. So I probably shouldn't put too much focus into it, but as always, I'll do as much as I can because I do enjoy this a lot. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know. I don't even know where I'm going with this video. I was gonna title the video like "No Money Spent" or like talk about it like that. I guess I still will because I talked about that for a while, but there's not much to say on that topic really for me, besides this is like the first year where I was able to acquire every card and it felt like it gave me some advantage, but there's no such thing as like a game breaking card when every card is quote unquote game breaking. When I'm out here taking quick stop threes with a Ben Wallace card from deep range with sharp takeover, how much crazier can a bull doing the same thing get you? I mean, it's the same stuff. It's not game breaking. And it's funny because I'm sure there are people out there who like see this and they're like, holy shit, this is game breaking. But if you have a souped up bull pink diamond, you won't feel much of a difference whatsoever. The biggest difference is that this one can play small forward, so you just make your whole lineup generally bigger. But it's really not that much of an advantage. I mean, Onus like made 250k. I was saying like it was a bigger advantage, but he made like 250k with a no money spent team. So it's possible. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about things, guys. I don't know. That's pretty much my take on everything in this world at this point in time. I just don't know. Maybe it'd be better for like content if I had like these really crazy bold takes on things, but I simply don't. I don't know. Like, yeah, if you run with silver and gold cards, you're probably gonna get skunked, but if you got these budget guys that, you know, probably are the best budget options you can get at each position, and you're a good player, you probably have a pretty good chance. And if you want to spend your money on this game and get some pretty good cards, you'll probably have a pretty good chance then too. I know, real controversial take there, but whatever. Alright guys, I'm ending the video.